the energy of activating the separation from source energy, which means causing physical consciousness to be misaligned with true self, source energy, is the perception of pushing against something. In other words, pushing against energy is the indication of triggered lack energy, which is indicating this physical consciousness is believing on something not truthful because of paying so much attention to the thoughts form. Our human mind is so conditioned to push against something when it perceived as something wrong, something bad, or so on. So whenever we feel that kind of misaligned energy, in other words, negative emotion, negative impulse within us, we can be aware of it. Through being aware of awareness, we can neutralize that vibration, which means bring attention to spaciousness, sensing to presence, rather than paying attention to the thoughts form, mind. It is always good to remember that there is nothing need to be pushed against. There is only isness. Everything comes from true self, source, love, light. Only this physical mind perceive such a way, dual way, making judgment, good or bad, perceive that something wrong need to be pushed against. When we perceive everything as equally, like deeper consciousness does, embrace them with unconditional love, make it into empty, just be as a space. Through sensing into presence, we can know that all these different frequencies are nothing but a variety. We perceive contrast of the frequencies within the light, love, energy, which comes from one source, and differentiate them as higher or lower and so on. Yet all of the frequencies are working together for good, for greater good. All of the frequencies are serving for the greater expansion of the universe. Through sensing into being awareness, we can embrace them like a music. One symphony, it contains different sounds, different frequencies, and whenever this human consciousness perceives rather lower, denser energy in our daily life, we can take them as a signpost, which navigate our attention to the direction, the way deeper consciousness is guiding, which is more of greater potential, more of where we meant to be, which means more of alignment, more of realizing greater potential, more of love and wisdom, so that we don't need to conclude whatever the lower, denser vibration as something that need to be pushed against. We are here to rewire that kind of contradicting energy, pushing against energy, causing all that negative emotions and causing unfoldment of more of negative stories, thoughts, and ideas. The energy that pushing against is the one that need to be aware of and bring the light of awareness to it, so that we don't need to react to whatever the vibration mind perceives something lower or denser to push against. When we perceive them as a signpost, which indicating our attention to the deeper reality, we don't need to keep looking at the signpost. We don't need to keep focusing on whatever the lower, denser vibration and talk about it, or keep thinking about it. They appeared for our attention to go deeper and realized more of potential, more of alignment, more of realizing deeper reality, embracing the energy of wholeness, perspective of wholeness, more of love and light. We are consciousness, We are energy being. We, as awareness, are not here to focus on whatever perceived as shapes and forms. They are also energy. They are signposts. They are appeared for this consciousness to be expanded, realized of more of itself. Awareness that we are in this time and space called life are never stopped. We are in the never-stopping journey. We can keep flowing. We can keep moving through being aware of awareness. Whenever our attention is caught up with the concept or mind, this human consciousness, body, mind will feel stuck. We are here to use the ideas and concept for our expansion. In order for that, we need to transcend the concept and perception of duality through being aware of awareness. Transcending judgment, transcending the pattern of energy of pushing against. Instead, sensing to presence and open to what's unfolding right now, right here, from deeper consciousness. And whenever this human consciousness perceives something challenging or difficult or big, perceiving something as an object, there is only way to go, which is being aware of awareness, sense into deeper presence, rather than pushing against it, so that spaciousness, freedom, unconditional love that we are, awareness that we are, embrace them all, and transform everything into more of greater good, so that this human consciousness will receive clarity of vision, which is there is no object, there is no challenges, there is nothing about from, source, I am. There is only isness. There is only movement, dance of awareness. And right now, right here, more of unfoldment of beauty, magnificence, fullness of awareness is emerging.